Jay Harrison, running back.
Welcome into Sports Drive. Once again, I'm Preston Moore. Joining us now for our last guest of the day, we have a few guests all at once. Four of our West Plains Wolves high school football players. West Plains obviously had a phenomenal season this year for their inaugural season. Pretty couple rounds deep in the playoffs, which was really exciting for everybody in the Panhandle. Joining us, we have Blaine Henry, Jay Harrison, Dawson Hall, and Crockett Henry. How are you guys all doing today?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing super well. I'm really excited to talk to you guys because you guys had a really exciting season. You had a season that I think a lot of people were surprised by. You guys were one of the best stories of the season. What do you think, when you look back to the beginning of the season and now looking at, the end of the season, having had the success you did, especially after starting 0-3, what does it mean to you guys to start off this program? And you're all playing next year as well. So what does it mean to start off this program on such a good note?
I mean, it's exciting. What we have until for next year, we don't know. Nobody really knows, but it's exciting to see what we can do next year.
Yeah, and making it deep into the playoffs, what do you think, to make it second round into the playoffs and play a team like Hershey, a very talented team. I know they have a USC commit at running back. To play teams like that throughout the season, do you think that prepares you guys for next season well, now that you've gotten that first year under your belt and now you've got next season coming up and you can say, hey, we've played some of the best teams in Texas?
Yes, sir.
What do you think it adds to your team that you can bring into next season?
We definitely grew our discipline and accountability and stepping up and being leaders.
Yeah. Jay, what are you guys most excited about for next season? What are you looking forward to most?
Probably playing with each other for another year.
Yeah.
And having the same coaches we did last year for this year. Yeah.
Crockett, what can you say about Coach Cummings and all of the coaches, especially building a first-year program, to be in the locker room with these guys as this unit for the first time ever? What can you say about your coaches who kind of fostered the culture to build it into what it became?
I think they had to take a chance on us because nobody really thought about coming here at the first, but just all of them coming together and bringing what they have just really helped shape us in just being a great team.
Yeah. Dawson, when you look back at the season, what do you think you're most proud of over the course of the season? You got a lot of really good wins on this schedule, a couple good streaks on this schedule. Obviously, like we mentioned, better than a lot of people expected you guys to be, and really surprising. What do you think you're most proud of when you look back on the year?
How we developed as a team, from our shallow water scrimmage and Andrews scrimmage to our playoff loss against Hershey, how we grew and developed as teammates and pretty much brothers.
Yeah. Do you think that growing close off the field and becoming brothers in the locker room, how do you think that translates to on the field success? And did you notice it as the year went on?
Yes, sir, for sure.
What did it feel like to be more, I guess, to have that synergy with one another on the field and just be, playing off of one another pretty well and knowing each other better as the season went on? What did that feel like?
It took time, but it's great because from the beginning to the end, we just feeding off each other and getting better, getting to know each other. We still have a whole nother year.
Yeah, all of you are playing again next year, and I want to ask Blaine, what do you think when it comes to next year? What do you think are your expectations as a team? What are some of or maybe not expectations, but let me say, what are some of the goals that you guys have for next season to improve upon an already stellar inaugural season?
Definitely start off a little bit quicker, finish, and be more disciplined.
Yeah. What do you guys think the difference can be, starting off? You guys started off 0-3 this season, but you turned it around phenomenally once again. But if you were to go into next season and start off 3-0, what kind of difference does that kind of a start make compared to this season where you had to show some resilience to get back on the horse and to become the team that you did end up becoming? What do you think? What kind of a difference does that make to start off with success from the jump?
It'll definitely give us a kickstart and just give us the motivation to keep working and play harder.
Yeah. Jay, what does it take for you guys to start off next season more successful than you started off this season? Or maybe I should say to start off this season in the same fashion that you ended this season with all of those wins in the latter half of the season?
Like Blaine said, starting on faster, being more physical than we were at the beginning of this year.
Mm-hmm. Are there any matchups? I know the schedule's not out yet, but any teams that you'd like to play next season that you think would be fun to play against?
Canyon. Definitely Canyon.
Yeah. You guys, y'all played Canyon this year in week 3. It was actually your last loss on those first 3 games before you really started picking up speed and winning. What would it mean for you guys to defeat Canyon next year or to come out and have a much stronger showing and be the team that you know that you are? Would it be a special, would it be a special occurrence for you guys to come out with a win against Canyon, you think?
Yes, sir. I think it would be a really special win.
Yeah.
Seeing as it's a home rival team and how, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, once again, guys, I want to thank you guys for joining. I wore my West Plains blue for you guys in case you didn't notice, just to support the Wolves. But once again, thank you. Again, West Plains, one of the best stories of the year. Winning, it looks like, I got to remember, winning 7 out of your last 8 up and leading up to that Hershey game and playing some of the best teams in the state this season and coming out with a lot of wins for an inaugural season. Phenomenal first season. I know that the entire Panhandle is really looking forward to you guys next season as well and seeing what you can do with one season under your belt already. So thank you guys for joining.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll be right back after the break to wrap things up on Sports Drive.